Welcome to the first episode of the Teed Up Podcast. Today's episode is going to be an introduction episode. First things first, my name is Carter, and I'm a senior in high school. I love basketball, working out, and video games. My favorite NBA teams are the Chicago Bulls and the Golden State Warriors, and my favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. Now, even though those two teams are pretty commonly liked, I have a good reason for liking those teams. I was born in Illinois, as of most of my family was, so my family has been Bulls fans for a long time. It's pretty much in my DNA at this point to be a Bulls fan, and I'm perfectly fine with that. For the Warriors part, Kobe ties into this, so I usually just tell it all as one story. The first NBA game I ever watched on my own, as long as I think I can remember, was Kobe's last game. In 5th grade, I was watching TV in my room by myself, didn't know what I even wanted to do, so I just turned on ESPN and there was Kobe's last game. My mind was blown after watching him just score bucket after bucket. And I didn't know much about basketball, but 60 points to me was still impressive. After the game, my love for basketball sparked. I don't remember when, but the second NBA game I watched was a Warriors game against the Thunder, but I'm not sure about the opponent. I remember being in awe watching Steph Curry hit 3 after 3 after 3. And from that point on, I was a Curry fan. For the Christmas that year, I got several Curry shirts and a Curry jersey. I wore them all the time, and I talked to my friends all the time about Steph Curry. Simply said, I was obsessed with Steph Curry. And it's not so much that I was a Warriors fan, and still now I'm not so much a Warriors fan, but wherever Steph plays, I'm going to be a fan of that team. I'm just a really big Steph fan still to this day. As I make more episodes, you'll get to know me a little bit better, but for now, I think that pretty much covers the basics. Now on to what this podcast will be about. My plan for the Teed Up Podcast is to be an NBA podcast where I talk about general NBA news like injuries, power rankings, the MVP race, trades, etc. I also want to debate other people's opinions and potentially interview college and NBA athletes if I can get into contact with them. I feel like the difference from a generic NBA podcast is where you just talk about your own opinions. But I really want to debate ESPN itself. I want to debate news. I want to debate people, especially celebrities like Shaq. If he says something I don't agree with, I'll make it known. And while this podcast might be my senior project, I do plan to keep up with it if I find success in this, and I also have time in the college to maintain this podcast. If all of that goes good, then I plan on making more episodes beyond this NBA season. And that pretty much wraps up this intro episode. I just wanted to give you guys some information on who I am and what my podcast will be about, and I can't wait to show you guys what I have planned for this NBA season. If you are considering to come back for the next episode where I get straight into the NBA, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Spotify, please download the episode, as these are the best ways to give me feedback as well as supporting my podcasting journey. As always, this is your host Carter, and thank you for listening to the Teed Up Podcast.